also, for real, don't.
Okay, we should be back up.
Hello.
Yes,
I
hello,
Are
hi.
we
didn't get to
though?
hear that last part of that sentence out of context.
Hey,
All right.
Here's to hoping.
we're all.
All right. Here's the hoping Rappy doesn't jinx us again.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Gosh.
jinxing. Oh.
Just stay away from the dice.
I was fixing to say, does
I
anyone got
knew I
anything?
knew her ass was on team Gaia.
She's
Yeah,
really the
okay.
Varangian Guard's secret fifth member.
Oh shit!
She is without even knowing. Here we go
Anyway.
again.
All right. So anyway, Robert and Kim walked back to the back. Dixie's sitting there with a mug of something.
Who gave her a weapon?
She doesn't need a weapon.
As fixed to say, hopefully they would provide, some type of beverage.
Well, it's a coffee shop. So.
Robert comes in, pours himself a cup of coffee, adds some special creamer, Irish brand.
Kim is sitting there with some sort of tea. Coffee is apparently not his thing.
That's fair.
But after Robert kind of doctors up his coffee a little bit, he'll take a swig, sit it down. All right, Dixie, I'm going to get straight to the point. I have a feeling you're pissed off at me, probably due to something my father has done. I inquired about it, of a deal that he quote unquote cheated someone on.
So he admitted it
And-
to you.
Well, he admitted that he started making the weapons. When he found out who it was for, he stopped, canceled the order, and pretty much returned all the funding. He didn't keep none of the gold. Once he learned that part. So I
The
can see
refund
how
doesn't
that,
matter. He made an agreement and he did not stick to it.
and I understand. He made an agreement. He didn't see it full. So today, I would like to discuss, bargain, figure out a way we can make amends with each other.
You can
Again,
convince your father to fulfill his bargain.
I mean, that's probably easier said than done, to be 100% honest. I don't know what all weapons were lacking. Something I might be able to attempt to forge, if that'll help in some shape or form.
You do not possess your father's skill.
You're right, I don't. I probably can't make them as enchanted as he can. But again, I want to try and work this out between us. Again, I haven't tried to do anything against you, let alone truly try to do anything to piss you off.
Tell me, could you create one of these? And she reaches down the back of her shirt, and when she comes out with her full axe. Slaps down on the table. Kim sort of snorts into his tea. You said you were going to leave that at home. When she looks over him, no, you told me to leave it at home. And then she focuses back on Rob.
He looks at it. He just kind of starts to study it. Looks at like any engraving, any intricate details that he would need to know or understand.
You find your father's mark on it.
He smiles like, yeah, that's Dad's work, all right. Let's see.
She's like, this was one of the first. This was the handful of weapons that he did deliver.
Yeah, he at least wanted to prove that he could fulfill the order. But when he like I said, once he found out who did it or who was the one needing him, that's what possessed him to cancel doing the work.
A weapons dealer should not concern himself with who is buying his weapons.
That may be true. Generally, any weapons dealer will just make the weapon and be done with it. At least if they're only in it for the profit. But some people don't want to have their name stained by what their weapons do. At least sometimes. Some people get over it. Let's see. Yeah, this is definitely Dad's work. Okay. Now,
So answer the question: can you create this something like this?
before he answers, question to the DM or storyteller.
Mhm.
With reverse engineering, is it possible that he could reverse engineer and replicate it?
I do not believe that you can make magical artifacts at kind of the hero level that you guys are at. I think you have to have a
Yeah.
higher legend.
Yeah.
I'd have to be at like Demi to
Yeah.
actually come close,
Right.
and we're not demigods.
Nope. That book's not out yet.
Sadly, Dixie, the closest I can do is making you a authentic battle axe to this degree. The magical property is the part I'm having trouble thinking of how I could even come close to replicating. That's the only part of the forging process I can't do right now.
So the part my father needed is the part that you can't do.
Yeah, I mean, I can make you a whole slew of weapons. They just won't really have any magical properties, because unfortunately, I'm not really that high when it comes to crafting. Again, I can reach in the dirt and practically make you anything, but unfortunately, giving it enchanted powers, that is unfortunately something out of my expertise for now. Working on it, but still not there. So I understand that's kind of a damper, and I understand that. I can
If you-
talk
you-
to my father. I can see if he's willing to, or at least willing to help me find somebody that can do that part, and I finish the order. Like I said, I'll try and pull some strings that I can. I'm not going to sit here and promise you that that the arsenal that your patron father.
I'm hearing a lot of double talk. Are you sure? Are you sure it's not Loki that's your father?
Last time I checked, no, and me and both my father cursed Loki for the mischief that he likes to pull. Because he'll lie to you before he'll tell you the truth of what he's doing. But I digress. Like I said, I'll happily pull what strings I can, but I can't sit here and promise you that I can have a magical arsenal ready for you by tomorrow or anytime soon. If I can somehow convince Dad to agree, or at least direct me to someone that can do the magical enchanting part, then I can easily try to get in contact with you or Penelope or Kim and let you know what can and can't be done.
She reaches back and takes the axe. All I'm hearing is dwarven fast talking.
Well, again, I'm not trying to deceive you, so I'm not going to lie.
You can't fulfill your father's bargain.
No, I certainly can't. I can't do the part you need.
But I can at least get vengeance for my father. As she says that, Kim starts to set his tea down. And she stands up quickly, catching the table with her knee and kind of flipping it over towards Kim. And then she's coming at you with the axe.
This bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Bitch.
You know, it's not going to be like a surprise kind of thing because, you know, she did have to kind of flip the table.
Me just sitting here, just like,
Me too. This whole time. I don't have anything else to sip right now, but I would be doing the same thing.
As I'm sitting here imagining Like, would I have made Robert
Wait,
technically
something.
bring the pistol holstered?
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
She brought an axe.
I'm about to say, Robert ain't dumb.
No, he ain't dumb. He would have had that pistol holstered.
You'd have been like, I know this bitch is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
She sent assassins after me.
Send assassins after me. is practically the
Allegedly. All you
It's
know is it
practically
was
just
some
what-
redheaded southerner.
Fucking Jolene.
I'm gonna keep.
Wouldn't that be a kicker? Just go to a local Waffle
How many-
House out here.
How many redheads south of the Mason-Dixon line did you fuck over?
You muted, love.
And coming from Alabama, because that's where she said she was from.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Did she say she was from Alabama?
Yep.
I remember
Yeah.
that. Yep.
Okay, I couldn't remember if Dixie had ever actually told you specifically her.
Dixie's just secretly Jolene's half sister or something.
It's the multiverse.
So
Different people in the multiverse.
Yep.
It's just what do you call it?
It's the what if for this universe.
Yeah.
Chad is secretly Blackjack.
Ugh. Hate that.
It,
Agree. Hate
He just
that.
grows kids instead of potatoes, that's all.
Samuel is still Samuel.
No, that's Chad.
Oh,
I hate that.
I think we all hate that, buddy. We hate it for you too.
Secondhand hate.
That stays with Chad. That goes nowhere else.
I just get this mental image of someone like accusing Samuel, and he's like, puts his drink down. He's like, all right, I'm boiling somebody's blood today.
Like I said, Samuel's still Samuel. Just the Samuel in this multiverse is a centaur that's like short. Not centaur, fawn.
Close enough.
Satyr.
You'll get there.
One of them
eventually.
hoofed boys.
You'll get there eventually.
Okay.
Alright. Duba, we need
Combat roll.
initiatives.
Yeah.
Just see if you
do
get to go
have
first
an-
or she gets to go first.
I was gonna say you do have initiative, so especially since you have a ranged weapon, you could just be like, "Wow."
No, it's not a ranged weapon. It's a club with a ranged option.
Yes, that's what it is.
I mean, that's basically what I turned it into, is a club with a ranged option.
You put a trigger on a billy club and made it work.
See, I'm waiting for him to get two pistols chained together.
Oh, no.
That's fantastic.
I love the
That
idea.
just
Wait.
sucks. That just reminds me of that thing from Ruby with when Sun Wukong has the staff that can turn into nunchucks. It's also a pair of sawed-off shotguns.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gunshots.
Gunchucks.
That's what that makes.
I'm
me
just
think of.
picturing revolver ocelot style like gun work and then just nunchucks.
Alright,
okay,
so give me an
what
initiative roll.
Combat roll.
That's it.
Alright.
I'm not gonna lie. My first thought was just club with a trigger. He pulls the trigger and it like fires clubs.
Hell of a bullet.
Think fast. Clunk. He
Oh, yeah, it's gotta be
reloads.
8 or
He
higher.
reloads by sticking the trigger on like a tree, and it pulls out another club.
What caliber is that cudgel?
Alright, so you got 4 successes. So the player's going 4.
Man, we would have definitely heard about a shooting in like downtown Nebraska
Oh, that's quite nice.
or downtown Olympus rather.
Maybe Penelope wiped all their memories. Or left no survivors.
That's it, they just killed everybody in the coffee shop, put the closed sign on the door and went home.
It's just like Keeping the Masquerade.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the sheriff when he came and kidnapped Jolene at the Waffle House. Just flip the close sign over and let's go.
Yep.
Ay, ay, ay.
Who's going first between them?
Oh, we got Davy
I'll
Jones
find
in
out.
the chat. Hey, Davy.
Hello.
Please don't drag us to the briny depths.
Ah, that
I
is,
don't- we're
that is
we're on
true
our
here,
way
huh?
there.
God damn it.
The lake's not that deep.
It's not briny.
It's deep enough.
I mean, there is an abandoned town under there somewhere.
You digress.
Artificial dams.
It feels like spoilers, except they're not spoilers.
Look, Siren's got to live somewhere. Is all I'm saying. All right, so you got a 4. One of them got a 4. One of them got a 3. So the tie goes to the players. So what is your response to this, Robert?
Well, he brings out basically his club, but he doesn't pull the trigger. He does the club option, and if she's coming down, he's swinging up. So we'll change that over to a might in close combat. No whammy and stop. 3. Oh wait, actually no.
Or do you have general enhancement on your weapon?
Well, I mean, I got close combat with pistol, and I do have the little trait from warrior to give my pistol melee. So what gives it a +2? So it makes it a 5, or am I wrong?
You'd be at 5 then.
Woo! 5 it is.
All right. She's gonna make her defense roll because unlike the kind of run-of-the-mill critters that are statted up like monsters, these guys are statted up like
DCs.
yeah, they're statted up like the full PC. So that's not too bad. We'll roll that 10. Okay. All right, so that's 2, which makes her defense a 3. And you said you got a 5.
Yes, sir.
All right, so you hit her with 2 to spare.
Alright.
So you can damage her for free, so she takes that.
Pulling
What
up
do you
the
want to
phone.
make? Do you want to deal damage?
Let's see.
Well, it would just be a bruise on her, so you know.
Mm-hmm. Give the man ideas. You don't have to do what I say.
Well, I mean, I'm looking at disarm. It's 2S, so I don't know if that means 2 successes to spend.
Successes.
Yeah. Then he'll inflict the damage, and essentially, as he's going upward, he's also like trying to aim for her hands to knock the battle axe out, if that's possible.
Yeah, because you got enough to. Let me pull up the combat stats.
You have just enough to do that. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
it's 2
clang,
successes, so
clang.
just enough.
Yeah, disarm. Using your weapon as leverage, pull or twist your opponent's weapons or item out of their hand. You may spend additional successes to knock the item into the short range increment.
Good. Sarah.
I mean, unfortunately, I don't have any more successes to use. I use the 2 to disarm.
All right, but it still goes into the short range.
Short range band. Okay.
Now, the way I'm going to describe this, given that you're using, you've got a pistol in your hand, so there's not a whole lot of leverage that's going to give you. The way I'm seeing it is, basically, you pop her in the face, with the butt of your... And while you're kind of obstructing her view and the shock of getting hit, with your other hand, you just sort of grab the axe and flip it behind you.
Yeah, you'd go with that.
The short range increment, I think, would still be in the same room. It just kind of hits the ground and slides up to the door.
Short range is 3 to 30 meters.
Okay, that's right, because it goes what? Personal, close, short. Okay. I was leaving one out. I was thinking we were at the second tier.
Yeah, it's close, which is 0 to 2, short, which is 3 to 30, long, and then extreme.
All right, so what it actually does then is it hits the window, the glass in the door, because this is an area that can be shut off.
Mm-hmm.
But it's all windowed and stuff, so should have kept the peace because they'd be people seeing stuff. But so the axe goes through the glass, Everybody in the coffee shop is now looking at you. You think you hear one person go, "He's got a gun!"
It's a club! It's a club!
He's got a gun. Wait, he's part of the band. Wait, he's part of the other band. Get out. Get the fuck out.
Pretty much after he gets the axe away from Dixie, he'll be like, Mr. Kim, I'll leave that to you to grab it if you wish.
All right. Well, now Dixie is just going. Since she can't hit you with her beloved axe, she's at least going to hit you.
Dead in the face.
Pissed.
Yep. Though she's got the biggest smile on her face now that you've seen on her yet.
Of course she does.
She's getting what she
Maniac.
wanted.
He's into it.
She's been wanting to deck me for a hot minute.
She
She's
doesn't
getting her
understand how
dance.
to
Well, she
flirt with
wanted to
Robert.
bury the quote unquote hatchet, in you.
Literally.
But
Hey, second best, right?
she takes what she can get. She's not hard to get along with.
Oh, to be a fly on the wall.
No kidding.
Panicking.
All right. Ooh, there's a 1, and there's a 2, and there's a
We
3.
can imbue legend to do that.
And there's a 4.
I mean, I could, but this has already
Except-
happened, and I wasn't there.
Except, and y'all were not aware the meeting was going on until
Yep.
it was already
Until
going.
Yeah.
until Penelope said, "Hold that thought."
Yeah, no. He's
All
all
right, so
good.
that is 5 on the dice
Next best thing.
plus. Oh, that's right. She's not using her axe. She doesn't get that one, but she gets her general. All right, so she gets 6 successes.
Oh.
Like she rolled pretty well.
All right. And what do you want me to roll against that?
All right, you may roll one of your resilience stats to try to raise your defense.
Use stamina then.
She's like
Okay.
really into it.
Yeah. Here's hoping he can be too. Please, RNG, help.
All right, that's 2 successes, so that effectively gives you a defense of 3, I believe.
Yep.
That's it.
Well,
Yeah, I think she had 5, 6 with her.
That's damage, but she can't crit on you.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
does.
she can't
That
crit.
is enough that she can't crit. So you take a bruise.
mhm.
Remember, you've got your armor.
I'm about to say, if you're wearing your armor, it would take that.
Yeah, he would have made sure at least worn his jacket.
Because she may have been aiming for your face, but you're ducking and dodging, so you may have stepped back and she may have caught you on like the shoulder or something. Okay, that was. She had a total of 6. All right, so she got 3 to play with, so 1 damage, and that leaves her with 3 for a close combat stunt.
Mm-hmm.
In a headlock.
Let's see.
It's a shame she flipped the table because you could have slammed her through it, and then like everything would have come full circle.
Let's see. For every, she's gonna shove you.
Okay.
Oh, it doesn't say what the difficulty for that is. I guess it would be your defense.
Well, let's see. For every 1 success you spend
spend-
after beating the difficulty, you may push your opponent back a number of meters equal to your might. So I mean,
So yeah, I would say your defense would be the difficulty then, which means she's got these spare success to you. So 3. So she shoves you back 3 meters, which is in the range of how far you.
She has a might of 1.
it's
Oh,
a
equal to the
equal
might.
your
I'm sorry.
might. So literally, if you have 5, that's 5 meters for 1 shove.
No. Her might
Or-
is quite a bit higher than that. So
So theoretically, if she's shoving me, she's probably shoving me several meters back, not just a few.
Oh wall.
yeah. So All right, so she got a
There's
might
a
of
wall
4.
that was just broken.
And she's kind of got the epic strength thing too.
Ooh.
It doesn't affect shoves though.
Well, maybe she'd trigger a scale.
Oh God.
Send him off like
That's
Team
true.
Rocket. Pew! No. But she does have a might of
Give
4, so
her-
that is 4 for every... So that's 4 meters you go flying back for every success that she's got. And she's got 3 spare successes. So yeah, you go through the door, kind of like the axe did. So, there's the busted out glass from the axe, and then, the door frame goes off when you go through. You hit the
Just kinda-
ground, those little, kind of small coffee shop tables and chairs go flying as you knock stuff aside.
Like as he's just laying there, if he has the ability to speak, he just kind of be like, "To the owner, I'm sorry. I'll fix your stuff later." Oh God.
People are screaming. Just
Someone's
about
gotta
everybody
find
is getting out, running out of the shop.
It's that one scene from Shang-Chi where he gets into the fight off the bus.
Uh.
But then we're gonna go back to you.
Oh, Kim's
Because
not
this
gonna do
round
nothing?
is essentially acting like a surprise for Kim because he's got the table kicked up in his face, so he was having to deal with it. And you see him kind of catch the table. From where you're laying, if you look up, you see where he caught the table, but the tea caught him right here, and he's kind of looking over the stain. You just hear him calling Dixie's name.
Right. So since I've been knocked down, I take it I got to spend some successes to get up.
What is the rule about getting up from prone?
You can do so for free unless you're threatened.
Well, she did knock me back, so I'm technically out of range.
Pretty sure you're threatened.
Well, yeah, I guess I'm still technically threatened.
Oh, she's not on
Characters can
top.
drop prone as a reflex action. Standing up from prone position is also reflexive, but occupies the character's movement for that round.
I mean, that's fine. Okay.
Alright, so
Well,
you getting
he-
up?
Yeah, he would get back up. Of course, he can't move, so he can't close the distance. I'm trying to think. It's just like, well, again, I have club with range option. Now I have to use range option.
God. Not in the coffee shop.
Well, that's his whole thing. Is like, I really don't want to go loud in the coffee shop. The last thing I
And
need.
like that, just
He ain't gonna throw it. That's the last thing he's gonna do at this point. That's his only.
Oh, come on. It's a pistol club. It could be a pistol boomerang.
doesn't have the returning property yet.
Ah, fair enough.
Again, the only thing magical about this gun is it has unlimited ammunition if I don't empty the barrel. Trying to think what I want to do. Because again, he does.
Time's a ticking.
Beat her
Time's a ticking.
ass. Beat her ass.
Now, if you wanted to throw something at her, there are tables and chairs laying all around you.
He'll do that. He'll like holster the pistol and just grab a closest table and just yeet it towards her.
Like it's those little round. No, think of the little round.
Yeah, a little
Shot
rinky-dink
table.
round one.
All right,
I
so
gotta pay
give
for the
me.
damages.
I guess this will be a ranged Let's see, you got close combat, but you don't have a generic ranged combat, do you?
There's just close combat and firearms. So I mean, I don't know what else could theoretically be used for that.
You're within.
I mean, I'm technically you only knock
You're
me
with-
off. I'm in
you're
the
close
personal.
No,
I'm in the short
no.
man.
She spent 3 successes, knocking you back 4 meters per success.
Oh, you're
Ew.
like
You're like 12
yeah.
meters back. You're across the shop from her.
Ah, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Go ahead and give me a might. Go ahead and use your firearms. Give me a might firearms. You know, the firearms is for the aim. The might's for like, you know, actually having to heft it that far.
Woo!
I'm picturing him with like the broken off top of one of those round tables, just hurling it like Captain America.
Captain
shield.
America.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeet! That's 4
just love-
successes.
I love. I'm gonna help pay for the I'll pay for the damages.
So I'll pay for the
Toast table.
damages. Crack.
He didn't say anything about
Amazing.
paying for the damages. He said he'd fix it.
I mean, I'll fix the coffee shop for free. Don't worry. Snaps table. Yeets the
All right,
table.
she got 1 success, so that makes her defense a 2.
1 success.
Her defense roll.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
she's a
yeah,
defense roll. So you hit her. That's another bruise. She is growling something in. Maybe it's Old Norse? You're not sure. It doesn't sound complimentary, though.
I'm trying to think. I'm looking. I'm like, well, there's not really anything I can do. Well, this is a thrown attack. Well, it doesn't.
Ranged options.
Well, this is a thrown attack, and
Mhm.
I scroll down here to the bottom. It's inflict damage, blind, critical hit, disarm, and then there's line drive. But variable success is equal to the opponent's might, so I'd have to, I guess, technically beat a 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Which I mean, technically I did. Well, no, because at the end it's still a 1.
Yep.
The roll itself would have equaled her might, so
Right.
that could have technically been my favor, but since I only had 1 point to spend, I don't think that's going to work. I don't know. I could be reading the rule wrong, but that's just how my brain's interpreting it.
Is her armor that too? You only had 1 success to play with, or did she? Because I thought her
Well, she made her
defense
defense
roll was only
roll.
1 success. Yeah, I
She
thought
got
that
1
was only
success. That bumped her defense up to 2 because everybody's got
Okay.
an automatic 1.
Oh,
Okay.
then I have 2 to play with. Technically.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
So I thought I heard that her thing was only 1 success. Cool. Then you can blind her if you want. Just aim for the forehead.
Well, you've got to have successes. You've got to have the extra successes equal. Or you were talking about the line drive, or what are you talking about now?
No, I was saying blind.
Oh yeah,
You're
yeah. You could
saying
totally hit her.
blind.
You could totally hit her in the face. You know, it cracks her across the nose. Her eyes are watering until she can't see as well.
That's about all he really can do with the successes he's got. I mean, he'll be kind of proud of that shot too, just to take the top of a coffee table, throw and hit her square in the nose.
Even from that distance, you think you hear a crack when it hits her face.
Oof.
Oh, you little son of a! Ah, when she looks up, you know, blood's running out of her nose. Ah.
You started it.
Fucked around. Didn't want to find out.
Then on her action, she steps forward. Starts kind of feeling around on the ground and comes up with her axe. However, with the whole blinding thing, she had to make a roll to actually find it, so that's essentially her action for the round. Though as she brings it up, the head of the axe bursts into flame.
Ooh.
Oh crap!
I really hope someone's getting video of her attacking.
No shit. This is a so this axe is like a classical like battle axe, right?
Right. It's not the
Okay.
butterfly double-sided one. It's it's got like the spike on the back and the
Okay,
crescent blade
it's,
on the
it's
front.
that kind of okay.
Yeah, it's not the double head. It's the one with the nice big crescent on the front.
It's not
So
the
it's
it's
got
not
the
the
bones and
exaggerated
trees.
Conan axe either. I mean, it's like a real world,
Yeah, standard actual battle
it's a
axe.
just
real world, like-
fancy and etchings on the side and stuff, and of course it bursts into flame.
It's like a 4-footer is more what I'm saying.
Hmm. He would ruin somebody's day. Make
Yeah.
no mistake.
Like half the head is like 4 feet.
Of course, Robert's standing there just thinking, fuck.
I was away for a second. What the heck is Kim doing?
It's now
so
his
far,
go.
At first, he had to deal with the fact in which the table was flipped up in his face and his tea was spilt on him.
How the fuck dare?
Basically.
He doesn't look happy about it. He was in a very nice little suit. He's always very smartly dressed. He
That's
doesn't
a
run around.
shame.
He doesn't run around town looking like some kind of animal. Uh,
I'll say, I'm sorry. All Connor heard was bitch, 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 bitch.
So what's Mr. Kim doing?
well, he comes out the door behind her because she's to get to the axe. She did step out of the little back room. But as she comes up with the axe, he basically runs up and grabs one of her arms. Well, tries to.
Now Kim's gonna roll horrible.
That would be funny.
No, it wouldn't.
It would be hilarious.
I mean, we know he lives because we see him at the meeting.
Alright, so... I should really have put these guys in on Roll20 instead of the fillable sheets.
Didn't you have like 6 or 7 of them for icons or some shit like that?
What's that?
Didn't you have like 6 or 7 of these like for icons? Like fully made character sheets?
Oh yeah. There's tons and tons of characters in the icons.
Yeah.
Alright.
He just didn't think we'd be fighting.
This was inevitable.
Again, Robert wanted to do this peacefully. He wanted to strike a deal. And it's like, nah, fam. If you
Okay,
can't-
he's got
What'd
the
she roll?
2. Okay, he came
Again,
up with a total of
I don't
5
like that, okay.
successes. Okay, so they tied, and neither one of them's a player, so I guess I get to decide which way it goes. He doesn't restrain her exactly, but he gets a hand on kind of her arm. Kind of grabs her wrist, and kind of gets in front of her. No, we talked about this. Things are going on far too important for your temper for us to let your temper foul it up. You will calm down or you're out. And then you kind of glance back, Robert, Mr. Jones, I apologize. Basically, please hold off on further.
Please stop fighting my bandmate while I try to tone her down.
And of course, like he got the pistol holster. He's like, Miss Kim, I promise you, wanted to do this peacefully. Again, there's bigger issues at hand. I just wanted to make sure that we could work together and do it smoothly. That's all I wanted to accomplish.
Bitch, be cool.
Like he's trying to let Kim know, I'm 100% wanting to work with you guys. I just wanted this petty crap to stop.
All right, so back to the top of the order. What is Robert doing?
he's gonna step back a little further and be like, Mr. Kim, again, I'm gonna hold back, but again, if she comes at me and he like motions to like the rest of the coffee shop, there is a small arsenal. I will keep throwing.
He just gives you a nod, like, yeah. He turns around and starts talking to Dixie again. Or not. Yeah, Dixie. Thought I mixed names up for a second. Alright. She is going to try to shake him off.
This bitch.
She is just a strong, determined woman, that's all.
With fire in her blood.
Literally.
Sarah,
And on her axe.
Zay,
and on-
remember, she's a redhead Southern woman.
Say no more, fam.
The stubbornness and determination of I'm going to do what I want is strong.
She is going to vigorously and aggressively bless your heart.
I do what I want to do. Alright. Alright, so she beat Kim's defense. So yeah, you see her kind of trying to blink the, her eyes are still watering from Robert's, shot across her bow. But Kim's not hard to see right there.
Crazy?
So, he's got about one wrist. She just takes the other hand and spat. And he goes kind of out to the side and through a window and out into the street. Well, out onto the sidewalk.
And all Robert can think is crap.
And then she takes a moment to, that's her action. She takes a moment to kind of rub, the tears out of her eyes. So back at the top of the round, it's just you and her.
Yeah.
And a few patrons that are a little slower getting out. There's one old lady with her walker just trying to get to the door.
Oh no. Not an old southern lady.
Somebody get a picture, or somebody get video of Dixie accidentally hitting the old lady in the walker. That'll really help our PR.
Miss Dixie,
Oh,
how do you
God, no.
excuse yourself? She was a Yankee? I don't think that works. I don't think that works on this side of the Mason-Dixon line.
I am the one work on the side of the Mason Dixon. That's a no. Oh Lord.
My God.
Crap. I hate it because in my mind, depending on the successes, I know what I'd want to do.
Go big or go home, man. Go big or go home.
Just
The
wanna go
campaign's
home.
winding down. Now is the time for action.
Cool. You can also give yourself general enhancements. Cool.
All
Oh,
right,
yes,
there
that
are
whole
the-
Marvel thing that y'all keep bringing up.
Oh, let me actually
Blessing. Empower yourself or another character. Imbue one legend to either grant enhancement 2 on a single action or a specific type, or ignore up to 3 points of complication. Benefits are lost if not used by end of scene. Imbued legend returns once bonus has been fully used or scene ends.
You know what? Good enough. Blessing it is. He'll burn a legend.
It doesn't burn it. You get it back once the turn is over because you've used it.
You're imbuing.
Yeah, you're imbuing, not
That's
spending.
very different from burning.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I haven't done it as much as our seasoned veteran of Dear Sweet Connor. But anyway. He's essentially he's seeing the fact which there's an axe on fire and he knows that there's nothing now to stop her from coming at him, so he's going to put his hand over the gun, mutter a few words, and hope RNGesus is kind. Yeet. Okay, well, firearm.
And I started blasting.
And I started blasting. Okay, so basically,
Well, he said yeet, so I should assume he's throwing the gun. That's what I'm assuming.
No, I'm not. I'm not throwing the gun.
He's eating the dice.
Oh.
Eating the dice.
Gotta be more
Uh,
specific.
Understood. Okay, so that's a total of 5 with the roll itself, and so what with adding
You can give you up
less?
to 2, I believe.
So that'll give it a total of 7.
Okay, well,
That's-
she's gonna roll her defense right quick. I
Mm-hmm.
bet you she don't get 7 now. In fact, she might not even get 1.
She deserves
All right,
it.
so you got 7 successes.
Oh God.
Ooh.
Go ham.
Crit.
Non-lethally critter.
Oh yeah, there's no non-lethal verse for that.
No, you can non-lethally like
can-
knock somebody out.
True.
Go for a kneecap.
I mean, yeah, he'll definitely do a critical hit, and he'll go for a shoulder.
Okay.
I'll technically leave.
All right, so you had 7 successes total.
Mm-hmm.
It takes 4 to crit, so you've still got 3 to play with. You could knock down. You could disarm her again. Well, your
You can
success.
pin her.
She'd have to make a combat roll versus your successes, but. Well, yeah, the pinning would basically be he continues to fire to try to keep her pinned down.
Yeah.
Covering fire sort of thing. It would make her harder for her to swing the axe at you next time.
Mhm.
Of course,
Is-
if you knock her down, she's got to stand up, which burns her movement. So
I was going to say, question: is there like a chandelier or anything currently above her? Reason why I'm asking, because instead of like actually shooting her, he would shoot the lighting or something to knock her down, if that was something possible.
Say there is and be like, bucket.
Well, he's a storyteller. I'm
Yeah. Story guide.
story guide.
It's important to have the proper
Name.
honorific.
There's not a chandelier per se, but there is like a big wooden coffee cup with like the logo of the store hanging up there.
Yes.
She got mugged.
You know what? Good enough. To knock her down, he'll, instead of shooting her, he'll aim up and pop rounds to knock it off to hit her.
All right, so what you do is pow, 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 and the thing comes down and hits her. So it does a damage to her. You can still do the damage. You can still do the crit damage, as it just clocks her straight on the top of the head. Let's see. Okay,
But the
knockdown success is equal to the opponent's stamina. She's got a 3 stamina, so you're good to go.
Woo! Luck is on my side for whatever reason.
That's
Now,
awesome.
So yeah, the
The
big
question-
big wooden mug goes pow. She
Now,
goes
of course-
down. She's not unconscious or even particularly stunned.
Just physics at work.
Yeah. But now she's got like a scalp wound that's bleeding in addition to her nose. And you still got your movement. You can still, disengage if you wanted to.
yeah, that would definitely be something he wants to do. Because again, he wasn't trying to fight. He just knows that Dixie's not going to stop until the axe is buried. Literally.
All right, so what way are you moving to try to get out of the coffee shop? You could run over by the old lady who's heading to the front door. There's the busted out window Kim went through. Or you could bust out another window.
He would run out the window. He would jump out the window Kim had been knocked through. And be careful to not jump on him.
Do not right there, Kim.
Alright, so you run and jump out the window. As you land outside, you hear what's probably Dixie flinging the mug off of her and standing back up. She's screaming at you, "Get your cowardly ass back here." This time not in Old Norse. This time her normal
Southern
accent's
twang.
getting a little thicker as she gets angry. "You get your cowardly ass back here."
Love it.
He responds, "My dear, it's not cowardice. It's called tactical and strategy."
So you land outside. Kim is picking himself up, brush off glass. He's looking at his suit.
He as he lands over, he'll be like, "Sir, if need be, I'll happily replace it."
No, this is on me.
Actually, on Dixie.
If it might be best, Mr. Jones, if you went ahead and just left, I will take care of this. I will contact the owners. We will take the Varangian band. We'll take care of the costs here.
As he holsters his pistol, he'll look at Kim like, "No. I done promised that I will fix the damages. This won't take me but probably a few hours at my workshop to get fixed and replace a lot of this stuff. Don't worry about that."
Very well.
See.
I will
You
have them
take-
contact you then.
Yeah, just have them contact me. Tell me what needs to be replaced, and I'll make sure it gets. I'll get some remade for them. But I will take your advice, sir.
Very
He
well.
kind of sticks out his hand.
Kim shakes your hand. We'll see you at the Rubicon later. Well, I'll see you at the Rubicon later.
All right, it's a deal. And
And
he's gone.
As you get back in as you slam the door of your truck, you see Kim climbing up to the window.
I don't know why that's such a funny visual.
Because Kim's probably muttering something in a different dialect of, "I'm going to whip a southern woman's ass."
Well, see, the reason why he's having trouble going through the window is he's not a monkey.
I mean, fair.
The eyebrows keep catching on
That's
stuff.
true. He is a people. The people usually use doors.
Of course, Robert's sitting here thinking, "Oh God, that could have gone a lot worse."
It's a text. Robert, you good? We're about getting ready.
Robert will be texting like, "Yes, I'm good. Where are we meeting? Rubicon? Yeah. How much time do I got?"
We started 20 minutes ago. Where are you?
No, he's got it. This was up early in the day.
Yeah.
When y'all were finalizing the plans, was when Penelope had let drop that. Oh yeah, he's off at a meeting with Dixie right now.
Then Tolaris would have definitely texted Robert, be like, "Hey, just checking in, making sure you're still alive, buddy."
He would have responded, "Oh yeah, I'm fine. It went swimmingly.
All right, see you soon.
Yeah, I'll tell you all about it when I get there."
Shark feeding frenzies, that still involves swimming. It's still swimmingly.
I feel like on the drive, towards the Rubicon, Tolarius, who's always on their phone, sees news reports of a shooting at a coffee shop. Looks at Robert like.
Robert's just smiling. I don't know what you're talking about. It went fine. It went
So
fine.
anyway, at this point, we're going to jump to where we ended last week. Which was everybody at Tolarius's apartment.
No.
Was it not?
No, we were
We
already.
ended.
We did. We went our separate ways because it wasn't Connor eating with his grandfather.
And the
Yes.
detective called
that's
Connor.
right.
So
That-
Connor's
that-
the only one that knows.
That's right. I'm sorry.
Well, Connor knows, and the whole link with Sasha, she's all, okay, Connor's worried about something. What's happening?
Yeah, Sasha's like, there's been a disturbance in the force.
Yeah.
Shit is hitting fans.
Multiple.
All right, so Connor, you've just gotten off the phone then with keep wanting to say Flanagan. I know it's not. Flanagan's the other one.
Blakely?
Thank you.
Well, I have it written on my character sheet.
I named him after a
That's
sheriff
cheating.
a couple of county or two over. I should be able to remember it.
Yeah, you should.
So yeah, you just got off the phone with him. I believe you told your grandfather what the call was about.
Yeah.
Sasha, you're getting these waves of anxiety.
She's probably still at dinner with her grandparents, so she's like, is that mine? Is that other anxiety?
That's a different flavor of anxiety.
Bananas.
What if I had this urge to fling poo at something? What's going on here?
But he'd text Sasha. It's like, I need you to check in with Penelope ASAP.
Okay, this will be explained later, I'll assume, and she'll shoot a text off to Penelope. Like, hey, just checking in. Everything good there?
How long do you wait for a response?
I mean, she's probably got her phone like faced up on the table and just every couple of like seconds glancing over at it. But after like a minute or two,
Your grandmother's like, is something wrong?
possibly I'm not
You
sure.
look a little disturbed when you got that text, and then you keep looking at your phone.
I'll be right back. Let me make a phone call just to clear things up. And she'll go step out and try to call Penelope.
It rings and rings and rings, and finally, eventually goes to voicemail.
She'll leave a voicemail. Penelope, please call myself or one of the other members of the band as soon as you get this, or send a text. Thank you. Doesn't say goodbye, just hangs up.
Converse with her in the manner in which she is familiar.
Yeah, I mean, when in Rome.
Yeah, exactly.
Calls Connor. What the hell is going on? Penelope didn't pick up.
There's a lot of wind as Connor is moving at Mach speed.
It's just all wind.
It's like,
Your
well, Centaur. He'll block it with his hand. Centaurs are dead. Bikers are dead. Maybe the Varangian band. I don't know. And the Rubicon's on fire. I'm heading that way now.
Oh fuck. Did you? Yeah, he looks at the group message. I'll group message.
You do that. I'm running at Mach speed.
I can do both. Okay. Click. Bye.
And Connor's actually heading straight for the Rubicon.
She will
Not
put
an
in the
actual
group.
monkey.
Put in the text or group text. Would they have picked like a central meeting point, or just because it's probably something they would have picked at some point, or just, you know what, fuck it, everyone to the Rubicon, emergency. Call if you want explanations. And she will poke her head back inside.
Just as you poke your head, you hear your grandfather. That's why the kids these days shouldn't be allowed to have their cell phones at the table.
All of our allies are dead. We haven't been able to contact the other band, and one of our places is on fire. I unfortunately will have to cut dinner short.
All right.
She
be careful.
She will pay for it though.
Be careful. Do you think it's safe for us to? Do you think we should, I don't know, get a hotel somewhere or something?
if you would feel more comfortable, perhaps go visit some family out of some. Do they have any family stateside?
I'm sure at least one of them does.
Okay, go visit Aunt Ethel. I'll make sure the shop's okay.
Okay,
It
they
seems to
share
be
a look
focused-
with each other that you don't quite know what they're. There's some kind of communication there, like old married couple communication. You're not sure what it is.
Yeah, she's like it. It seems to be focused on Olympus, whatever it is. So you should be safe there.
As long as you can leave the city limits.
One of the oracles that we've been in contact with sent some of her associates out of town, so I assume it's safe to do the same.
I wonder if this oracle had property in that coffee shop.
That oracle owned the coffee shop and is like, I know something's gonna happen.
I did specify amongst the different small businesses that she owned, laundromats, coffee shops, what have you.
She's
dry
gonna be raking
cleaners,
so much dough.
But okay, they agree they'll head out of town.
Just call me when you get there. Gives them all hug and a smooch and scoots towards yeah. Like grabbing Smoochum's on the way. And an Uber. Unless someone catches her halfway.
I'm now picturing her with Smoochums under one arm and like a small car under the other arm.
You didn't know she took epic strength last leveled up?
Look,
Hilarious
I'm
also
sorry.
gets Uber.
My mind's distracted because when she said that name, all I can hear is, "Don't look, Ethel!" I'm like, God. Anyway, moving on.
So now all I'm going to think of is the streak as Connor's running around at high speed.
Yeah. That's perfect.
All right. So Connor would be the first one to arrive at the Rubicon. If Jaden took off as soon as she got the text, she'd be, just a minute or two behind him.
Yeah, she would have taken off.
Everyone else is at the mercy of Ubers and wheeled vehicles.
No kidding.
But when you get there, there's fire trucks, there's police, firefighters are still walking in and out of the building. They're not carrying any hoses or anything now, though, so it's more like they're just kind of examining. You see a bunch of police. You see Anthony standing there. He's got like a big, cold pack on his head. He's talking to the police. There was a car that's been overturned and driven into the pavement a little bit.
Oh.
The hell happened here?
You see a woman's arm sticking out from under it.
Oh no.
Okay, what happened?
Connor, can you get that car off
her?
The police were looking at him and looking at you. I mean, they recognize you, but
yeah, sure. And he walks over and just
you technically tampering with the crime scene.
And the cop's like, hey, wait a second, this is like a murder investigation. And as soon as the car comes up, Kathy just sits up.
You good?
Yeah, thanks. Suffocating sucks.
Yeah,
she gets up.
Doubt it.
Her clothes are the worse for wear. She doesn't have a mark on her.
So what the hell happened?
Because it was Dixie. I heard her crash back in the kitchen where Anthony was. She looked around and when she spots, she spots him, make sure he's okay. She goes, I
knew it.
I was going to go investigate what that was, and then she came through the door. I mean, through the door. It was locked.
Oh, okay.
So it just in the scuffle we wound up out here. and when she couldn't put me down, and when I say her clothes are worse for her, they're torn up from where the car got smashed onto the rock, clearly. But there's also like burn cuts and stuff. So yeah, when she couldn't put me down with the axe, she decided just to pin me, I guess.
Okay.
And she's talking to you about all this, and the cops are just standing there.
Yeah, apparently she was gonna go have a meeting with Robert, which fell through because she effectively initiated violence, as far as we know.
Is that why she wasn't at the big meeting earlier?
Well, from what Penelope told us, she was
In timeout.
excommunicado.
Well, she didn't attack this place alone, but I didn't see who else.
As
You know, she said she heard a crash in the back, and when she was about to turn around and go investigate that when Dixie came through the front door.
What do you mean attack the?
Jaden would go through the back, run to the back.
Okay, yeah, you arrived to catch this conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Go check that, Jaden.
Yeah.
Well,
Anthony steps up. Yeah, that's where I was at. Somebody crashed through the window, but they caught me across the head before I could even see who it was.
Okay.
They just left me laying there. The firefighters pulled me out before the fire got to me.
As in, like, hit you with a fist, or?
I think there was something in their hand.
Right. Male, female?
He goes, I don't know. I was just turning around and there was just a blur. And pow. It's kind of embarrassing. I'm better in a fight than that. Gone soft,
Right.
serving drinks.
Well, it looks like someone is eliminating all of their enemies in the city.
All of our allies.
But you're not here.
You're in the back.
So what do I find back there?
There's some firefighters poking around, and when you walk in, they're like, "Ma'am, this is you know, we don't know the structural integrity of the building. It's really not safe for you to be in here."
Ma'am, this is a Wendy's.
I'll be fine.
Wait for Tularius with the chaos purview, so they can't fall through a random sinkhole.
This is clearly an arson scene. We're gonna, and one of the guys walks and kind of nudges the guy. I think she's in one of the bands. Do you have Spruce with you?
Yes.
How did he keep up?
She can pick him up and run off with him.
Okay.
3 tongues lolled in the wind. She
She's
gets where
done
she's
it
going.
before.
She gets where she's going. She's got to sit him down and then wipe her face off where all the spittle flies back on her. It's really just not dignified at all.
Well, our main problem is the other band isn't picking up. All the centaurs are dead, and so are all those bikers.
The police had told me other stuff was going on. You know, there were. All right, Auntie's like, I heard one of the cops say something about it being one of those nights. I guess those other events are what he was talking about.
Yeah, someone is eliminating all the enemies that they have in the city.
Now that Ubers get here, like both of them in line.
I assume Robert probably falls in behind them.
Mm-hmm.
Sasha, your driver's like, are you sure you want to stop here?
Yep, just let me out. It has Smoochums in dog mode. Grant a second, she puts Smoochums outside. Let Smoochums switch back.
I give my driver like $20 and be like, you didn't see anything. Just get out.
I'm gone.
So, I'll give you 5 stars. Thank you. Bye.
Thanks.
What's that? My whole table that I used for this setup just shuffled a little bit. Like, I felt the vibration on my hand. I was like, what the fuck?
Ghosts.
Earthquake.
I more believe it to be ghosts than earthquakes, where I am in Texas.
It's like, I'm in the middle of a continental plate. Ain't nothing that's shaking here. But
Uh,
ghosts, that's
anyway.
perfectly reasonable.
Yes, my house is haunted, but I'll talk about that off stream. Telarius shows up and sees this crater in the ground in the driveway, I guess.
Well, I'm picturing Connor, when she got up and crawled out, I'm picturing Connor just setting the car right back down where it was.
Picture him still
Pretty
holding like
much.
Connor, put the car down.
You see Kathy standing there with her, her shirt all cut up, it's burns, slashes with like burns around the edges. She seems to be fine though.
You're good. You're good.
Anthony's sitting there with an ice pack. Yeah, I'm
Sasha
fine.
very quietly. Has anyone checked the basement?
Not yet.
Kathy cuts her eyes over at Anthony, and he gives us a quick little nod.
Connor gives a.
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Okay.
Allow me. I'll walk in and see walk to the front.
You hear a couple of firefighters talking to Jaden.
Just go the other way from wherever they are.
One that's out in the main, the main seating area, looks up as you walk in.
You know exactly who I am. I'm good.
Okay.
Trust me.
We're not responsible if the floor gives way under you or anything like that. I mean,
It's okay. Trust me. I have the chaos purview. I'm not gonna fall under some random sinkhole. They're actually gonna tempt that by going up the stairs. Seeing if there's anything. Is there stairs, or were there stairs
leading down to the basement?
going up?
No, single floor, I think.
There wasn't a second floor to the Rubicon.
No, I don't believe there was.
Okay, then yeah.
Maybe some attic
yeah.
space, but that'd be like a attic.
Sure.
extra.
Pull down
That's
ladder.
That's a hatch, yeah. Then yeah, they'll go down to the basement. Just double checking something real quick. If they say they're good, well, I don't,
Doesn't seem to be any damage back there. The fire was started out in the seating area,
Gotcha.
out in like the front of the building.
Kind of
The firefighters had shown up and stopped it before it got back to like the kitchen area.
sure. And then they'll get up from there, seeing there's no damage, seeing the person still there.
Yeah. Down in the basement, everything's perfectly normal. There's still the smell of smoke because they,
That's just what happens during fire.
yeah.
And they'll get back up.
And the lights are off.
Sure.
So you did have to whip out the flashlight.
I have it on me anyway. That's what it's there for.
Amazingly, it can actually be used as a flashlight.
I put that in the description of my relic. Also useful as a flashlight.
But yeah, that little crystal sarcophagus thing is still there. She's still laying there.
Then they'll go up and just kind of wherever they are, wherever Jaden is being talked to by firefighters, they're just going to go somewhere else, and just kind of snoop around and see if there's any clues.
So yeah, shine a light on her. Okay, she's fine. As you turn to walk away, you think you see a muscle twitch in her cheek. But it's probably just the shadows from where you're turning, maybe. Because you focus back on her and she's not moving a muscle, so it's probably fine.
I wouldn't even like do the light. I would just kind of do it like where it's like a little bit not in her face, like who there? It's just like kind of on the side, and like look. Okay. Trick of the light. And they'll go up. Unless they get called by their name or something.
So out front, the police are like, they've got some more questions for Anthony. They're kind of questioning the rest of y'all. What meeting was this? Somebody referred to a meeting earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, one of them's like, you already knew, talking to Connor, you already knew about the centaurs and the bikers.
Yeah. my contact with the department called me since more of the supernatural stuff was involved.
So all these people were associated with you.
Yeah, so it seems.
Mm-hmm. Let's jot that down. You know, he asked if you, for names of was there anybody else at this meeting we should check in on?
The Varangian band, Penelope and Kim in particular.
Okay.
Players can fully call like the people in the Varangian band that they have, which is probably just Penelope, truthfully.
So we need to check on Mr. Faust and Miss Raptus.
Yes.
You see him writing their last names down. One of them starts cautiously questioning Kathy. And she tells him, what she told y'all. She repeats that, that she was attacked by Dixie. What was Dixie's last name? Hartzell. Semi-regular customer. Yes, No, I didn't know her real well, but she was not as regular in here as some of her bandmates. But why? Yes, she did hit me with her flaming axe a few times. Why do you ask? No, it's none of your business how I survived that. Then there is like some commotion inside the building. One of the firefighters comes kind of comes out, he's not running, but he's kind of,
Power
kind of
walking.
double speed, runs out and kind of to one of the cops. A couple of the police kind of hustle in there.
Connor's gonna follow him.
Apparently, the firefighters that were inspecting have gone down into the basement.
Oh.
There's a body down here.
But Larry sees them and like taps Connor on the shoulder and just be like, "Hey, between us, I might have been a trick of the light or something, but like, I thought I saw her twins for a second."
I'm sorry, what?
And they move on.
Okay.
If she sees people heading to the basement, Sasha will follow, because since she's been doing research on how to break the connection between the two, she might be able to explain things that might need explaining soon.
Connor would be going down there too.
So all y'all basically end up marching down there.
I would have, I would have touched Connor before he went down, and then I would have continued my, just kind of looking around, assessing the damage from the ground level.
Right.
So of course, the police are wanting they really want some answers about this. What is?
Why is there a dead body in here?
Why
does it look so well preserved?
That sort of falls under the supernatural shenaniganry thing.
Hey, why does she look like that chick over there?
They're twins.
Don't
But,
tell the man. Don't tell the man's business. Let him tell it himself.
So Anthony starts talking.
Oh.
Sasha, there is some sort of supernatural effect going on with his voice.
Sasha's like, I'm just gonna let the man talk.
Mm-hmm,
I'm just gonna nod along, like, If you need to ask any
Uh.
questions, remember that ghost down in the basement of the police station? I can answer some questions there too, kind of make us look corroborated.
But he sort of explains who she is. That she's a scion, that she's been poisoned, that she's essentially suspended here, until they can find some way to lift the poison. No, it's not a natural poison. As far as, why his wife looks like her, it's just, there's a connection there. He is quite an orator.
Mm-hmm.
Sasha remembering it's poison, remembering some of the bullshit her mom got up to, filing that away for a question later. Actually, filing that away for a question right now. Let me roll. Carry on, though.
So anyway, he gets everybody calm. He gets everybody out of the basement.
Falls like 10 feet away from Tillarius. Like, see, told you I was fine.
He looks over at Kathy. She's like, "I'm gonna go get the truck." And the cops are so wrapped up in Anthony's explanation they don't even really notice that she kind of skips off out the back door.
Mm-hmm.
That was a lot of D10s you rolled there, Sasha.
Well, it's for the Omniglot, or not Omniglot, overworld knowledge. It's only one of them worked.
Oh, I had not noticed that. Wow. That kind of sucks.
Kind of does. But I'll ask afterwards. Go ahead.
But once Anthony's done, they stop questioning about the basement, though. They do kind of shoo everybody back out of the building. They're not sure how structurally sound that front part is.
Okay.
I haven't found anything, right? Like, nothing besides, like, ashes and shit.
Do what now?
I haven't found anything in here.
Nothing unusual. The smell of smoke's everywhere. Well, you think you hear one of the firefighters say something about in fact, you'd probably even see some burned gas cans in that front area. So you get the impression they doused that front area and set it on fire. It wasn't like an accidental, she planted her flaming axe into the table and it just happened to catch on fire and burn everything.
Nope, this was premeditated.
Yep.
They have cameras?
Good question.
That
I will ask Anthony when I walk out.
See, that's a Tillarius.
Not inside the building, because, we have that specialized clientele. I mean,
show people security footage.
When Sasquatch wants a beer, he don't want to be on camera with a beer.
Well, you just
He's very camera shy.
Yeah. I figured he was real too.
So is there anything else y'all wanted to hear at the scene?
Not much. Just kind of. I'll actually tell the band. I found there's some gas cans in the front, so like this was premeditated as shit. As if we didn't already know.
Wasn't it?
Jaden will see if she can pick up any of Dixie's tracks.
Yeah, Connor
traces.
Connor will let them know that Dixie attacked the Rubicon and she was with someone else.
How many someones?
I assume our trackers will tell us.
At least one, if not more.
So what do I need to roll to see if I can pick up Dixie and her accomplice?
All right, let's see here. Be survival tracking and cunning, I guess.
The goofy question I was going to ask for the overworld knowledge.
Mhm.
Would Sasha, or just in general, it doesn't mean that Sasha doesn't have to know. Would Aset's knowledge in like poisons and cures, considering that was one of her main mythos, would she know how to possibly cure the poison of Sleeping Beauty under the Rubicon?
It's possible. She certainly knows a lot about poisons. She might have to know what kind it was or examine the woman in question,
Okay.
which would take time, and you don't know how much time the woman's got when she wakes up.
Yeah. Still something Sasha will definitely ask next time they have a quiet second.
With 7 successes.
Jesus Christ.
What?
Specialized.
Hey, that's probably Dixie's foot there. I don't know that you've ever tracked Dixie before, so it's not that you could look at a track and go, that's Dixie. It's,
Oh, but like,
this is the woman that was, here, and then she was, there's markings inside, and then, when the fight moved outside, so, this is the woman that was, this is, here, this is Kathy's track, for sure, and then here's the woman, whoever she was fighting, which has got to be Dixie, because Kathy told you it was Dixie.
Yeah.
And then here's where it goes back out to the road, or to somewhere in the parking lot, and clearly they got into a car and took off.
I have a headcanon that Dixie just like full on just has her half embedded into the ground and just drags it with her when she walks.
Yep.
No, she always just puts it behind her.
Kind of like how Connor pulls the staff out from behind his ear.
I like my headcanon though, so I'm gonna keep it.
I mean, it's good. Not gonna lie, it is a good one.
It was like the old anime Berserker where the guy's sword was so big that it drug a groove in the ground.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if any of y'all have ever played the Neverwinter MMO.
I have.
I have, yes.
But I built a female halfling barbarian with the great sword. Or I think it was barbarian, whatever it is, but it's got the great sword. So literally the last foot or so of her blade when she's walking around is clipping through the ground.
Yeah.
Amazing.
But no, it's not Dixie. So yes, you tracked her, where she got into a vehicle and the vehicle drove off.
I could probably try to follow the tracks as far as I could till I lost the wheels, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they drove on till they got on. Let's see. You follow without too much trouble till they get to the belt line, which is that big yellow road there. That, if you're looking on the map, that kind of loops across the north part of the city. It was originally the border of the city, but the city has spilled over since then.
Why? Oh, this one? Right there. Okay.
Because the Rubicon is over in this neighborhood somewhere here. So yeah, they went up north, hit the belt line, and then headed west.
Jaden would head back and tell him, I lost them. They went past the belt line, so. Have you guys tried to get in contact with the others?
Oh, one moment. And I'll try to call Penelope again.
It goes to voicemail.
That's still voicemail.
We know
Doesn't
where
leave
they
it
live.
at.
We
I mean, I guess I can try, but I feel like this is going to be a phony baloney address.
Actually, I don't think they ever gave you any addresses.
Nope.
You know where
Hey.
Kim's dojo
Dojo.
is.
yeah.
Ooh. Do we want to see if the police have any info on that? That seems like somewhere Dixie would go destroy after what happened earlier.
Unless that whole thing was a ruse, but
If you ask the police here at the scene, they haven't heard anything about a dojo. But they've also been busy for the last hour or so here, so.
Sure.
Connor is going to reach out to his clone at the tree, since one of the clones went back after the whole thing with the lake. And he's going to have the clone wake up the Kadama.
It's late, Connor. What can I do for you?
Well, a lot of stuff has gone down tonight. A whole herd of centaurs are dead. An entire group of people tied to the Norse Pantheon are dead. The other band isn't even responding at all anymore. One of them went rogue? ? And attacked the remnants of another band that were operating the Rubicon.
Anthony was never part of a band here in town.
Well,
And his wife
No.
is not his wife never been part of any band.
well, yes, but the one she's bound to is. Or was.
This is true.
Either way. I'll get you some peaches in the morning. Or other fruit.
I think you already owed him some peaches the next morning. I forget when the last time you talked to him was. Anyway.
I'll bring you more then. How about that? Do you know where the other band is at present?
Give me some rolls. Or give me a roll, because you have to roll to see what the Kadama knows.
I do, yes. It's manipulation and what?
Come on, man. You made this roll before.
Well, it changes depending on what he's asking for.
All right. You said it was what?
Well, typically it's been manipulation because I'm trying to get information.
All right. Manipulation.
It's the skill roll because we usually flip back and forth between academics or survival.
Yeah, give me survival.
Okay. Fudge!
Nope, he doesn't know where they are.
Finally get a momentum for the first time in like 5 sessions.
Wish we would have got it on a different roll.
That's true, but
Ah, well, Pip, God of Dice, giveth, and Pip, God of Dice, taketh away.
I understand that reference.
He crits, and he fumbles.
Then he shits.
Alright.
No, he is sorry. The band has been very, very good at concealing themselves.
Because that just means when I do find Dixie, I can just fold her in half like a tablecloth.
I don't think humans fold that way.
I mean, she won't be alive when I'm done.
Oh, I see. Yes, I suppose she wouldn't be. But anything else, it's hard to stay awake when the sun's down.
I know. Sorry. I'll bring you some peaches in the morning.
You're a good boy.
Real Connor. Well, the Kadama has no idea where the other band is.
Hang on. And using the number that Penelope has given them, Teleris is going to try to see if they can, I don't know, access not the GPS, just access if there's like a record with that phone associated with like an address.
Well, give me a technology.
Cunning?
Intellect, I guess.
Blessing.
Cunning could
Bless
work, too.
yourself.
I don't have to bless myself. I believe I'm actually. No, I'm not. Yeah, screw it. I will. I'll just imbue a legend and.
All right.
All right. So then technology. This is like. All right. Cool. And boop, 1 plus my enhancement for just generally being able to track people with technology, and then 2. So 4 successes, or does it? Yeah, 4 successes.
All right. This phone is set up to pay as you go.
Mm-hmm.
It's the kind of burner phones that
Yep.
y'all have used a lot in this campaign and the last campaign.
What I thought. Yeah, it was last campaign.
What you do get is that most of the times that you have contacted her via this phone,
Mhm.
it has used a cell tower over on kind of the east side of the city.
I've narrowed it down
That
a little
limits
bit.
it.
Yeah.
It's the same side of the city that Kim's dojo is on.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, I mean that's still basically half a city.
Chunk of a city, yeah.
Should
I've
we,
narrowed
just,
it down.
should we just go check the dojo?
You can check the dojo.
All right, y'all loading up in Robert's car? Or?
I'm actually gonna look at Connor and be like, "You're not gonna burst into flame when we walk in there, are you?"
Well, that depends on what we walk into.
Okay. And
Walk
I get in
like
Robert's car.
Jack.
Get in the back of Robert's truck. Where do we have a? Are we going to have a Shauna? Or probably not.
Up to this point, Shauna's in the backyard
Napping.
of some safe house. Which is probably not a
Continuing
safe
to
house
shed
anymore because
nails.
the neighbors have probably noticed the big effing dragon in the backyard.
I can call her.
Who let Psyos move into the neighborhood? The one grumpy neighbor.
Gonna drop our property values.
Literally just drop properties.
So help me, that dragon eats one of my dogs.
See, I can call her, but we'll see.
Yeah, I'm picturing her sitting on her hoard, and you call, she pulls out her shiny, iPhone 11 or whatever they're up to.
Mm-hmm.
iPhone 20. 29.37 cent hike.
I'm not sure if an iPhone would work with claws.
She's got a
Gotta-
stylus. She's not an animal.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
Well, and touchscreens typically respond to body heat, and dragon is heat. So
Fair.
that's why they don't work for vampires.
Yeah, they did go over that in the book.
Yeah, they go over that in the book. If there's a comic called Atomic Robo, where Robo is complaining to what's his face? He's passed now. The guy that was in charge of Apple.
Steve Jobs.
Yeah, he's complaining to Jobs about the fact that the iPhone doesn't work for him. And yeah, I'm just one guy, but you got military folks coming home, having to get prosthetics. It's not gonna work for them either.
Okay. To the dojo?
Yep.
To the
Dojo.
dojo.
Smoochums probably flips back to big dog form just to do tongue flapping out in the wind in the back of a truck.
As so you drive across town, 20, 30 minutes it takes you to get there.
Mm-hmm. Connor will send one of his clones out there to see if there's like a mobilization of anything.
Okay. When the clown rounds the corner to go down that street, You see a ring of fire trucks out in the street.
No, that's tracks.
Okay.
Uh,
Real Connor's like, oh, there's a lot of fire trucks over there.
Oh no.
well, I say a ring. It's like 2 or 3, kind of in a
Mhm.
semicircle.
It's like a semicircle.
Much like when you showed up at the Rubicon, it looks like it looks like the firefighting is mostly done as far as putting the place out.
Uh-huh.
But there's still firefighters and fire marshals or whatever walking around examining everything.
The clone's gonna zip up next to one of the marshals, like, "Hi,
Ah!
it's like Kim or anybody here?"
No, we've been trying to contact Mr. Faust without any luck so far.
Yeah, so have we. Lovely.
I wonder if there's any more properties that are on fire.
Has there been any other fire calls?
They rattle off the Rubicon has been on fire.
Well, we checked there already.
Joe?
Oh, let's see.
Maybe anything but not belonging to Penelope?
Well,
But,
know
the
that.
firefighter you're talking to is kind of like, I kind of know who that is, but
Yeah.
hang on. He calls in to like the
Dispatch.
to the dispatch at his station, and has them check on current calls.
Mm-hmm.
You hear that radio person, mentions the Rubicon. Let's see, the Rubicon. What was the other one? Oh yeah. Oh, what was the name of that place? It's a florist shop.
Why do you do this to me?
Connor in the car just goes, like, he sits up and is like, "I'll be back." And he zips out at Mach speed.
Sasha, there's a lot of anxiety.
Don't flip the truck.
Or the truck
There-
probably rocks.
Where does he go?
I don't know.
As he literally launches off the truck.
Yes, I'm saying. You're paying for his
I don't
shocks.
like this.
Robert does what he can to keep the truck from fishtailing. Probably hear some mummers from the cab like, "You son of a."
With that, Jaden will go run to where Clone Connor is.
And the truck fishtails again.
God.
It's like,
Well,
son of a.
She can't turn on Heavenly Stride. She just
Sasha's
has...
Yes.
bouncing back
Oh
and
yeah,
forth.
yeah.
No.
Kat,
now?
she took
Oh,
Heavenly
you
Stride
have
a
it
while
now.
back.
Oh, okay.
That's
She's
why
had
I
it for
can go
a hot
mock
minute.
Jesus.
Yes.
Yes, I
Yeah,
can.
you two can go mock Jesus. The other 3 of us cannot.
Okay, fine.
The best the rest of them can do is like 60 and a 35.
Yep.
Basically.
So yeah, she'll go to where Clone Connor is and be like, okay, where are the other locations at?
15 and 35. You've never driven
He'll-
on I-35.
He'll look to the fire marshal. Anything
Uh,
else that's on fire?
No, I think it's just the 3 calls right now. Here,
What?
here, the Rubicon, and the it rattles
Jaden,
off
you deal with this. And then Claude Connor's gonna pop himself.
He just punches himself in the face.
Okay, after
fucking
she
hate
hears
this.
after she hears the flower shop, she's gonna go back to the car and be like, all right, we need to go now. Where are
We-
your grandparents?
We are.
What do you mean? They were gonna go visit an aunt.
They're not in the flower shop right now?
Their apartment is above. Oh, fucking. She
You-
slips into
You-
Arabic.
Do you want me to run you there while they drive there?
Just drive.
You essentially
Are
hear
you
tires
turning?
burning.
Well,
Yep.
Jaden's not
Running
gonna
around the back of the truck.
Jaden's gonna grab Sasha and sprint to the flower shop.
Somebody watch Smoochums.
No.
Oh,
So essentially, it's just hilarious and Robert in the vehicle.
Robert, Smoochums, and Spruce.
Yep.
The dogs are probably in the back.
Yeah.
Smoochums probably sticks his head through the window, if the cab has an open back window, just sticks his head through.
He would. He'd let the windows go down for the dogs, for the pets to let them enjoy the air.
Pap on Smoochums.
At this point,
He's tolerant of it, as long as you don't touch the inside of his mouth.
Robert is just driving in a panic, but at the same time, he's like, "Well, Delirious, this has just been a fantastic day so far."
I am going to imbue a legend and use my chaos purview for a marvel, so that all the traffic is on the opposite ends of where we need to be right now.
All the traffic's out of the way. All the red lights are green just as you get to them.
And Robert's
Don't worry
just
about it, I got it.
he smiles like, "Ooh, I get to see how fast this truck can go." Puts his foot to the floor. And he tells Delirious, like, I have to apologize to some degree.
What do you mean?
I tried to talk things over peacefully with Dixie. I promise you I did.
I'm sure you did. I'm sure whatever happened was purely on her side and just some bullshit that she honestly should go to therapy for, and instead decides to wield a battle axe.
Yeah.
It's aggressive therapy.
Though I fear the problem stemmed with me, and now it's just slowly escalated in terms of severity.
This is not you, Robert.
No.
This is not you. This is her and her fucking temper tantrum. That's all this is. This isn't you.
But
Sasha's
it turns out
gonna
dwarven guilt
get-
is a thing.
Let's say
Sasha's
Sasha's
gonna kill a
gonna.
bitch.
Well, I mean, yes, but she's also gonna get a massive spike of worry for a second, as Real Connor makes a clone, sends that clone to the flower shop, and he's gonna about face and sprint to his grandfather's dojo.
Oh man, there's a lot of shit going on today.
Yeah, there is,
stuff
buddy.
and things, and
I feel like we're driving. We just see a Connor just the other way.
Was that?
I mean, it might be. It's like that scene from Neon Genesis where where it's sprinting past and all the cars are going as
Well,
he
there's no
breaks
traffic.
the
There's no
sound barrier.
traffic, so you're good.
Yeah.
At that point, Robert glances over to Hilarious as driving. You saw that, right? That looked
Just
like
we're focusing on the flower shop. I don't know how he can just keep doing that. So I mean, I'm not worried about the.
It might not even be him.
So anyway, Jaden and Sasha show up at the flower shop.
There's a clone there.
And the clone.
Yeah.
Well, they're both moving at high speed, so
Mm-hmm.
we'll see y'all get there roughly the same time. Fire trucks are out, water is spraying, flames are coming out windows. Both of the flower shop itself and the apartment above.
The clone is going to dash in and start rescuing plants.
Grandparents first if they're in there.
Well, he's going to check for the grandparents too, but he also heard Sasha say that they're leaving. But yeah, he's going to check the apartment first for the grandparents.
So you zip up into the apartment. You hear one of the fire, "Hey, don't do!" You fling the door open. There's a big flare. The backdraft. There's a big flare of fire, which doesn't affect you at all.
Yeah, he's completely immune.
And the firefighters are spraying from the ground, so they're not.
Mm-hmm.
Even over all the flame, you can still smell some gas fumes. But there's nobody up here.
Okay, and he's gonna zip downstairs. mean, if he can see anything offhand that looks like Sasha's like family stuff, he'll grab it as he goes.
It
But
would be
he'll
upstairs.
Ancient heirlooms.
that's why I said he starts in the upstairs. If he sees anything like family photos, then he'll grab that and they'll go head downstairs.
A lot of them are already scored. You probably managed to grab one or two somethings though.
Okay, and he'll head downstairs.
Yeah. When they arrive, Sasha's like already on the phone to her grandparents. Unless she sees them like outdoors with the.
No, they're not there. You don't see their vehicle. The phone rings and rings and rings. And then your grandmother finally picks up. And you hear car noises.
Hi, Grandma!
Oh, hello, Sasha. Don't worry about us. We're crossing the bridge now.
Okay, good. Trying to keep
we were
her-
gonna. You told us to call you when we got there. We still got a ways to go.
Oh, no, it was just.
Nothing else has happened, has it?
I'll make a deception roll.
Perception was
Uh,
the guilt.
Yeah, well, I'll make a roll of like, let's see how good she is at this.
See, my
Alright.
main problem. My
You've
main
got
problem
subterfuge.
is I saw our lovely story guide there say they're just crossing the bridge now and grin as he said it.
Just
I don't know.
5 subterfuge.
Oh, you're getting good at lying to your grandparents.
She's been doing this shit for a while.
All right.
Um,
So let's see. She'd have a +1 enhancement
Yeah.
for her grandma's specialty.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Specialty in grandma.
Still like 3 dice.
Yeah, she's probably got at least a +2 general enhancement for dealing with Sasha bullshit.
Mhm.
Look, she had to deal with your mother,
Oh yeah, no.
so
She definitely.
Say
she only
all
got
that.
one success though, so no.
I'll say fair play there though.
Uh,
I only tell you if you promise not to turn around. I'm fine. I will promise you that straight out the gate. I am unharmed.
what's happened?
Are the sirens going on the fire engine? Or can she could probably hear the background.
Once they were all parked and working, I don't think they keep the sirens going generally.
Like the hoses and the general.
She would hear
Chatter.
some kind of commotion. She might not realize what it was right away.
Rolls 5 in subterfuge. Still Catholic guilt.
She has so much guilt. She's like 80% guilt, and then the other 20% is divinity. So it's probably a good thing that got out of Olympus, and that I know a really good contractor.
What are you talking?
Everything's on fire, and I'm gonna kill the bitch that lit it on fire.
You hear your grandmother to your grandfather turn around. What? She just asked us
Don't
to
turn
leave.
around.
Give people
And
bad
you hear
news
her
in the
explaining, she says everything's on fire. She's okay, but everything's on fire. Turn around.
Sasha's just that dog. This is fine.
And you hear your grandfather go,
Yelling,
Nope.
Grandpa, don't turn around. Don't let her turn. Go.
nope. We're going straight to whatever the
Ethel.
aunt's name is. Ethel. He goes, I will drop you off there, then I will come back and deal with the insurance companies.
No. You can deal with them over the phone. You're
Well,
not the only place that's
the
caught on
aunt
fire.
lives. You know the aunt lives like a state away, so it would be it'll be at least a day before he could get back at best.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There's like,
Surely you'll have everything taken care
oh
of.
yeah,
Oh yeah, definitely.
definitely. We'll have all of this cleared. Don't come back. They lit the Rubicon on fire. They lit one of the other band's dojos on fire. This lady's on a spree. just I'll. Sasha's probably on the insurance.
Yeah.
She could probably do something. Just add that onto her plate.
Well, unfortunately, see, the insurance company's going to tell you that since Dixie was involved, it's an act of God's.
I would assume
But
that
she's mortal.
I would assume, though, with the fact that scions are a known open thing, there's also a scions clause, and considering the shenaniganry that she has seen, that the grandparents have seen her granddaughter get up
and the
to.
scion thing falls just like it does for things like warfare.
Then that Oracle's insurance going up shouldn't help at all either.
Well, it depends on how you bought the insurance.
Mm.
It's like I don't think my house insurance would cover an earthquake. But I could pay extra to get earthquake. Get it.
Considering
Get covered
the
for
shit that
earthquake.
they've
Buy
gone
uninsured.
through just with Sasha, and the fact that they got like whammied, they probably threw something.
If they thought about it. But that's a concern for another day.
Why you do this?
I don't know, because your loved ones are the ones that live the most local. I mean, other than Connor's granddad.
Yeah.
Which is why real Connor is heading there as fast as he can.
Are you going to your grandfather's apartment or to the dojo?
It's one and the same.
No, I didn't think they lived in this. I didn't think he lived right where he worked.
He does.
Oh dear.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
But no, Clone gets the dojo and things seem to be okay. Everything's closed down for the night.
Not on fire.
Yes, not on fire.
He's heading right up to his grandpa's attached apartment thing.
It's 2 a.m. I need a hug.
When you get in there, your granddad's up. He's got the news on.
He probably cracks the the wall, slamming the door open.
You're fixing that.
No, I'm not. Good. She hasn't gotten here yet.
Who?
Some homicidal maniac from the other band decided to go ape and has been setting everything on fire.
It's not this dark-haired one, is it? And he points at the TV.
I'm sorry, what? And he looks at it.
The Varangian band is on the news.
Uh-huh.
Oh, really?
It's a live broadcast. Your grandfather tells you it's on pretty much all the local stations.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's baddies.
You're about to find out one way or the other. Penelope is speaking. The entire band is up there. Penelope is speaking.
Dixie included?
Dixie included.
Okay. He'll shoot a text to Telarius, turn on the news right now.
Everyone
Like-
hovering around Hilarious' phone.
And that's in like all caps, like bolded and everything.
They'll have it on.
Do local stations? Can you pull up local
They'll do
stations
live
on
streams.
your cell phone? Okay.
They'll do live
Oh,
streams if
yeah.
they're live streaming.
Yep. Especially
there's,
for
like-
big events.
If there's
Yeah,
some
like
breaking
the-
enough news, they'll live stream it.
Like I can pull up WAFF 48 on my phone, so
Okay. Fair enough.
There's
So-
apps and stuff. Yeah.
So yeah, Telarius, you pull up whatever channel Violetta had owned.
Sure.
It's probably the one you'd have saved.
Yeah.
Get to the quickest.
Mhm.
Now, Jaden and Sasha, you're at the burning grandparents' place, and you're still on. Sasha's still on the phone with the grandparents. So,
clone Connor there after he
But-
gets out with everything he can save.
But I mean, if
Turns to
if-
Jaden. Phone news now.
Yeah, she would pull out her phone, and pull out a news station.
After Sasha hangs up, she is also watching news.
but Penelope is making a statement about a rash of attacks perpetrated by the Ignis, whatever y'all people are.
It's Eternum.
Eternum.
You were being
Uh,
gaslit.
You know, they go over, Kim's, dojo was attacked. The Rubicon was attacked. They tracked one of the band back to a dwelling, and a fight got out of hand there, and that place was set on fire. She talks about the centaurs and the she doesn't call them berserkers. That's not exactly what they were,
Warriors.
but yeah, the biker warrior guys. Basically how your band had lured all these supernatural elements into a meeting to discuss defending the city. And then, proceeded to attack them. She brings up the fact that it was one of Connor's employees that killed Violetta.
How could you?
They don't know why exactly, unless maybe Violetta had found out what they were really up to. But she believes that they are working with.
1 second.
That they are working with the creature Scylla.
We gotta murder all of them now.
Yeah.
It's gonna end in like band-to-band combat.
Battle of the bands.
Yeah.
Literally.
The police are currently taking out, warrants for their arrest. Of course, she does not recommend that the police themselves try to apprehend the band.
The police talked to us at the Rubicon.
That was 45 minutes ago?
And why would I light my own house?
Well, no, they said they had tracked one. She said they had tracked one of the band back to somewhere, and then a fight got out of hand, and that place got caught on fire. So that may have been different.
Is gonna look at Sasha and be like, "Call Anthony."
Yeah.
They also show clips of a confrontation at a local coffee shop, but the clips are very carefully edited.
Interesting.
If Robert is sitting
Robert watching them, Robert realizes they're very carefully edited.
Yeah, no, he would be if he's still sitting beside Delirious, he'd be like, "No, that is not how that happened."
I believe you.
I know you do, but now the entire city thinks I'm the one that did this crap. At least there. Though I swear,
Probably.
next time I won't be courteous. I'll actually put a bullet between her eyes.
We'll see now.
I'll say, listening to this, Connor is going to mentally go, Shauna.
Go hide.
And so you can mentally communicate with Shauna now?
Well,
or is it just you thinking of her?
They're at a class. I mean, they are at a class 5 bond, but yeah, he is thinking. It's like, Gramps, you might want to leave. Or stay and possibly get, attacked. One of the two.
Ain't much of one for running.
Gramps is Wukong.
Gramps has always been kind of calm.
If they do attack you, I'm not going to hold back.
Boy, if they're burning places down and murdering folks in droves, you don't need to hold back.
Thank you.
I tell you what, I'll stay with somebody else. I'm not leaving town, though.
All right. I need to go get a hold of
probably
Shauna.
should cancel class, though. I don't want to put the students in any danger.
That'd probably be for the best. I'm gonna go check on Shauna. Granted, she is a full-sized adult dragon now, but
All right, you go do that. I'll make a call. Go hang out with one of my buddies.
all right. He'll give his granddad a hug, and then, still keeping the Heavenly Stride imbued, he's going to zip over to the house that has Shauna.
Everything's quiet when you get there.
Shauna,
You hear some scrambling, and then she peeks over the top of the house. I don't
Looks
really
like you're
know how
good.
big she is, but yeah.
she's
She's
Size
probably
of
the
a
size of
bus.
the house.
one of her qualities now is let me.
Big motherfucker.
Oh,
She's about as
yes.
long as a bus. If she stretches out, she's about as long as a bus, right?
Yeah, one of her qualities is unstoppable, which, like, in the description, is she grows to massive proportions.
Probably
So yeah, she's
Yeah,
basically
yeah,
like up on her
house.
hind legs, propping up on the house, and then got her neck extended to look over at you.
So, you remember how you wanted to fight?
Yeah.
Guess who's picking a fight with us?
Fish
The
ladies.
No, the other group of godlings.
Ooh. Can I eat them, or are they people?
At this point, no, they're not people.
I wonder how Godling tastes.
Did she develop a
Divine.
taste for it?
But
And he'll hop up the house to get up next to her. So we're going to be in for quite a fight.
She's like, yes. And then she
And
drops down. You hear her running circles, little bitty circles in the backyard. She suddenly has the zoomies.
Dragon zoomies are the best.
Oh Lord.
As Connor will send a text to the group, is like, so when we do go fight them, and when we do go deal with them, I'm bringing Shauna.
Telarius, you get a phone call from Sam.
Sam?
There's a lot of police surrounding the building.
Oh boy. They're probably looking for me. I'm not there.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Don't start shooting them. They're police officers.
Was it really planning to?
Cool. Just very calmly. Just say you're not Telarius, because you're not. And I'm gonna have to take you with me next time. Let's try to finagle your way out of there, and meet me. I'll give you a location here in a bit. Just make sure you can get out without one of the officers trying to stick you or something.
Okay, I'll be making good my escape, I guess.
Yeah. And on that same, with that same like thought process, Telarius is gonna get all of their data on their phone, or all of the stuff on their computer on the phone, just in case.
Wipe the computer.
Wiping my computer and putting it all on my phone, or at least on a storage where I can keep it on my phone.
Maybe you're not downloading it all to the phone. Maybe you're shifting it all into the cloud.
Yes,
then
but it's a
wiping the
private
hardware.
cloud. It's encrypted and everything. So
Okay.
and then everything gets just wiped from my computers and then shut down. I'm not gonna do some weird like self-destruct thing where they just cops just. But that'll be that.
Factory settings.
Just factory resetting the computers.
Yep. All right, so y'all are currently All right, Sasha and Jaden are at the flower shop.
Mm-hmm.
So is a clone, but yes.
We
And
should
a-
get
a
out of
Connor
here
clone.
now.
There was a Connor with Shauna at one of the safe houses.
There's the real Connor with Shauna.
Okay.
A clone is with Sasha and Jaden.
And then one at the
And
tree.
And
There's one at the tree, and then there's one. There's one that's loosely floating around that I haven't designated a place for yet, and then there's also a fourth cruising.
Yeah, 4 legend now, so you can have 4 of them.
Live your best lives, I guess.
Yes, there's 4 cruising. Just only 2 of them have a designated location right now.
While we're driving, I feel like we would have gotten pretty close to that point. I'm gonna just be like,
Oh yeah, you'd be pulling up about now.
yeah, I'm gonna stick my head out and be like,
Yeah, Sasha.
get the fuck in.
Sasha sees the. Yeah, she's like hightailing it to the back of the vehicle, grabbing like whatever heirlooms Clone Connor brought out. Like, do you want me to punch you?
No,
Okay.
as Clone Connor's just like, no, they want a monster. They made one.
Well, yes, we're all gonna kick all of their
Go.
asses.
Go.
Jaden,
Yeah, Sasha's already climbing in the back,
Yeah,
pushing
Jaden.
Smoochums in. Oh no, Smoochums is still in the truck.
she was in there already.
Yeah, she just like flops into the bed of the truck with Smoochums.
All right, let's roll.
Kills rubber.
Yep. And as that legend is still imbued, so wherever we're going, there's zero traffic.
Sasha's turning off any location finder
Where are you going?
on her phone.
Good question.
She's also, before she does it, she's calling her grandparents and saying, "Stay out of town. Shit's gone crazy. I'll explain better when I can. Don't believe the news," and then just hangs up.
Don't believe the news. Ooh.
Just as the phone hangs up, you hear you're gonna turn around.
You all do know where one of Connor's safe houses outside the city is,
Mm-hmm.
because he did give you the location for that.
I will also turn off my GPS.
Yeah, Jaden would turn off her phone.
Not turning off my
Robert-
phone because I don't have to.
Location stuff.
Robert would point to the cup holder and be like, "Hey, Delirious, can you take care of that for me?
Yeah, I got you. Just turns it off.
Appreciate you."
You got it. All right. And I'll look at everybody like, well, they've got all of our, and then they think for a second like, oh, fuck. And then I'm gonna
Call your mother.
Yep.
If you touch Talarius' mom, I swear to God, man.
I'm not gonna touch Delirious' mom.
I
Yet.
mean,
The
Chad
phone
might.
rings and rings and rings. And when she answers it, she sounds out of breath.
Mom, you good?
Oh yeah, everything's fine, baby. What you need?
Why are you out of breath?
I was doing yoga.
Okay, that's
On
fine.
top of somebody.
Love you, Mom. Get out of town if you can,
Okay.
please. I'll explain it later. Just please get out of town.
Okay.
Love you.
I love you too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I didn't say nobody was touching his mother. I just said I wasn't touching his mother.
Mm-hmm.
Love that.
Sadly,
for her.
that's exactly where my mind went. It was like, yeah, about that.
Doing yoga. Okay, perfect. Okay, you're
That's what
you're
the guy's
safe.
called now?
Well, it's kind of late at night to be exercising anyway. But...
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Is that what they're calling it now?
Anyway, and then they'll turn it up. They'll put their phone back and be like, all right, so where are we going?
Well, as far as I know, there's a safe house of Connors that we all know about. Yeah.
Yeah.
All those skills you can make somewhere.
Yeah. I mean, I could
the
always
scenic
take
route.
time.
Yeah, take the scenic route. We'll be all right.
All right. At this point, Robert is full blown grumbling and pissed off. It's like
That's
God.
everybody in this truck.
Well, Robert's more mad in the sense of I just wanted to do this peacefully, and that stupid bitch just wouldn't take it for an answer.
This
Of
should
course.
be a weight off your shoulders. There's no more wondering. Are they or aren't they?
They are.
Oh no, I called this months ago.
I did, but now we know, and now we have to murder them.
Yeah.
And knowing is half the battle. Murdering them will be the other half.
And we'll go to that safe house outside,
So-
just outside of town.
Is it at all registered under Connor's name?
None of the safe houses are registered to anybody.
Because he can work the bureaucracy.
Mm-hmm.
He's an artist. Works
I
the
mean-
bureaucracy like other men work clay.
No, all of the
Weird
safe
ghost
house,
scene.
all of the safe houses are bureaucratically non-existent.
They exist, but they don't exist. Okay.
Yeah.
The county records say the house here burned down, so nobody thinks about the property anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's
Person that owns it
out in
out
the
of state.
county in Nebraska. There's a lot of empty space out there.
Mm-hmm.
Why would
Because this has been their thing the whole time.
I mean?
If we find out they're the band that was in up there and got disbanded, I'm gonna be pissed.
I want her name, and I want to wipe it from the universe.
I like that. Keep that energy.
Are there any officers that are coming to that particular flower shop right now?
There probably would be.
They're still
Oh,
They're
standing
pretty sure
there.
they're pretty sure this one's arson too. Now, I mean, the police are scrambling all over the place, so they haven't gotten there
Yeah.
yet. But
Mm-hmm.
Something walking mock Jesus.
No, that clone there is just going to stand there. The two other unnamed clones are going to go into disguise and does real Connor, knowing the city like he does via his street life specialty, know where that location is that the news crew that news feed was from?
yes, they were at City Hall.
City
Yeah.
Hall.
Giving a talk out out front.
Does he also know where the Varangian Guard's headquarters is at?
The Varangian Guard, yes, you know where their office is,
Right.
because they're a security company, so they have they have office space rented here in town, and yes, you know where that's at.
Okay.
It's publicly listed stuff.
Right. The two clones are going to go there.
Okay.
Is the guard scrambling around, fortifying, etc., etc.?
The office seems to be closed down for the night.
Okay.
Like I said, it's just office space.
All right. He'll keep that in mind. There will be a clone that remains there with a vigil. The other is going to go search for anything relating to Chad.
Chad was a good guy the whole time.
See, now we just start attacking Chad's families.
Okay.
Oh,
Feel.
40 of them.
When you start
gonna
looking
take some time.
for, let's see, how are you going about investigating Chad?
Well, he named all of his children,
Named
and
a bunch of his children, yes.
yes, he did. And Connor was there to listen to it, and he has perfect memory.
Okay,
So
so
he's-
you got the first names of a bunch of children.
Oh,
Yes,
probably Chad's last name.
and Chad's last name, and yeah, he's also going to sort of cross-reference with all the women that he's had around him every time we've seen him.
Ah,
Jesus
yes,
Christ.
Chad Bronson.
We don't have the kind of computer power for this, okay?
Not even hilarious, dude.
All right, so now what do you do? You said you had his last name and all these kids' first names.
Yeah, his last name, all the kids' first names, and he's also going to look into all the women that Chad has around him that kind of were sycophanting.
I don't know that you got very many of their names.
Yeah, that's true. He did.
But you would know that you do know that he lived over in Othras. We have this discussion every time I bring the place up. Yeah, right. He lived across the lake.
Okay. He'll keep that in mind as well. That clone will actually, with that disguise, then head over to City Hall, the one that's not busy.
Okay. When you get to City Hall, the press conference seems to be over.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the news crews are still kind of lolling around. They're interviewing, the police chief or the mayor, who are very concerned about this turn of events.
Of course they are. That clone will actually activate Walk Unnoticed.
Okay.
And will sort of just hang out near where the mayor and the chief are at, sort of like blend into the crowd of folks.
Okay. Well, the crowd is thinning to some degree.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, you're blended in. Like I said, the news crew's talking. What are they going to do? The mayor's talking about, or the chief rather is talking about he's given authorization to mobilize the SWAT team. That they're going to have a SWAT team on call in case any members of the band are spotted. They don't really plan on engaging if they run across the entire band.
Mm-hmm.
Though the mayor has said that he may call the governor in the morning to see if they could possibly mobilize some National Guard.
While listening to this, Connor's keeping an eye out to see if any members of the Varangian band are around that might be able to spot him.
Now, you do not see any of the band, though.
Okay.
What you do spot, well, potentially spot, because let's see, there is a lot of. Well, no, I said you
did say the crowds were thinning.
We're starting to thin out. So, and you've got perfect memory. You do see one of the guys that helped y'all fight the werewolves.
Okay.
He's in like plain clothes.
All right. He'll sort of hang out near him.
And he's just kind of in and amongst the crowd. As the crowd disperses, he starts to head off like he's heading to a vehicle.
Okay. The clone will follow him.
Gets in the seat next to him.
I mean, if he's getting to his own car, yeah.
Sits in the seat behind him.
Maybe the door's locked.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy. Drive casual.
But no, he walks up, the whole clicker on a key thing. The door's unlocked, he gets in, shuts the door, cranks up.
Clone Connor will slip in.
Like a thief in the night.
And if I recall, people don't notice the doors opening and shutting if y'all are using that.
Mm-hmm.
They do not. Their brain just explains it away.
Yep.
All right, so he pulls out. He's driving down the road. He turns on the radio.
Bless the rains down.
And that's all.
Yep.
He flips over to the news. And the news is just going wild. All this stuff that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And so you hear the newscaster go back over everything that's happened. And then they start talking about something's happening on the waterfront.
Oh boy.
The water is like surging forward and back and forward and back. There's no reports of any major damage. It's not like it's a tidal wave, but it's like an ocean tide coming in and out, which is way more than this lake is supposed to be doing.
Fucking
Right.
Penelope.
One of them asked, well, do you think this rogue band could be responsible for this? And one of the other hosts is like, well, I don't know. I don't think any of them are tied to water or anything. And then the first was like, oh, but one of them is tied to the moon. Doesn't the moon have something to do with the tides?
None of us are.
You.
Jaden.
Artemis is
Oh,
the
yeah,
goddess of the
Jaden.
moon.
Connor, hearing that, will he'll have real him with Shauna send a text to the groups like, the lake's acting up. Be ready just in case. And then the clone in the car with the guard will imbue a legend to put a knife in his hand. And he's just going to slit the guard's throat as a trivial target.
Damn, son, dude is just a security worker. He was a comrade in arms. You
Yeah.
sick
And now
little
he's
Damn,
a-
monkey.
son, so were the centaurs.
You
And
sick little
now-
monkey.
And now he's a hostile target.
What?
So he's just gonna just
All right. He startles, jabs his foot down on the gas, lets go of the steering wheel, tries to grab the. He's very
And-
wide-eyed when he sees you now.
and Connor just he'll wrap the guy's hands around the knife. Is like, your employer made the monster of me.
He tries to say something, but blood's just bubbling out of his mouth. And then the car goes off the road.
And the
Alright.
impact will pop the clone.
Oh, that's right. You said
Okay.
this was a clone.
I was gonna say it's a clone.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. No point rolling anything then.
And I will say that he looks like an ordinary thug with the disguise that he put on before all this happened.
So even if the Varangians had a body cam or something, it wouldn't look like you.
Or
Right.
a Sasha.
Mm-hmm. He just looked like a gangbanger basically.
Okay. Then yeah, from the clone's point of view, yeah, the car jerks over. You hear horns honking as other vehicles try to get out of the way, and then it kind of hits a curb, banks off a tree, and it's kind of tumbling when it throws you around enough to pop you.
Mhm.
All right, so the rest of y'all were headed out of the city.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
As you get close to the western edge here,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, great! There's a
Uh,
barricade.
there are roadblocks going up, and they are like checking.
That quick?
It's been about 2 hours at this point.
Not since the.
Yeah, y'all been
news-
driving back and forth across town quite a bit.
Well, but.
Mhm.
Okay, fine.
You know, it looks like they're just getting it set up. But so are y'all going to just drive up to it? Are y'all going to cut down a side street? How y'all going to do this?
The chaos preview.
I was fixing to say Telarius.
Oh no! I got this.
Okay.
Okay.
How many people are up there?
Currently, me and
No,
Telarius.
And
There are two
checkpoint.
police cars setting up this checkpoint.
Okay.
You assume there's probably going to be more on the way, but these are the two that apparently got here first and are actually setting it up. So it's like 4 officers.
Cool. Fantastic. Blinding veil on all of them. No roll to escape it. They're blinded.
God damn.
Like permanently?
No, it's for a scene.
Okay.
God damn.
Damn.
Blinding them permanently. It's for a scene.
It's like,
That's
hey,
it.
did y'all
We
want
gotta
to
save the
see again?
city. We're just gonna have to break some eggs to make this omelet.
We're gonna just totally obliterate the chicken. No,
Oh, I'll say that's the point Connor's at. He's like, all right, time for me to break some eggs.
no. You strip away vision of any number of characters in range, imposing blinding condition on them for one scene. If you choose only trivial targets to blind, using this boon is free.
Suddenly, you see all those officers stumbling around, apparently in a panic.
Go
Uh,
fast.
The
Hilarious
motorist.
if you can
Yes, ma'am.
do something with their cameras on their dash cams or something, do something with that.
Yeah, I can probably do that. But Purview don't have it. Oh yeah, just
You
Chaos
can
Purview.
do that with
Just-
a Marvel. If
I was gonna say
nothing else.
the chaos Marvel just like it just happens to like frazzle at the right time, and then it goes back to normal.
Or as the officers are stumbling around, they just happen to be blocking the cam just
Yeah,
as y'all drive through.
Exactly.
You see a couple of the drivers of cars that were already coming to a stop, are like, one of them's actually gotten out and trying to help the officer.
Still,
She's
Because,
gonna blind anybody there that is like even at the roadblock, even if they're
Oh,
not
everybody
officers.
is blind. Okay, there's just a lot
Yeah.
of panicking then.
Anyone that would be like the stopped vehicles ahead of them, and yeah, is there anyone behind them?
Even or odd?
oh no.
Well, I'll roll this over here where
Even.
y'all can see it.
Well, it does say everybody in range, so
Yeah,
in range is radial.
Yeah.
All right, so even, it's up to you.
there's no one behind them.
All right, or if there
the-
is, it's way, way back. You just see some lights way off in the distance.
Yeah, they wouldn't be close enough to read the license plate or give a description of the vehicle.
Yeah, because it's good and dark, and you're on the outer edge of town, so there's not as many street lights out here.
Yep. Make it quick so we can just give them their. It's temporary. I'll give them their sight back. Just go.
Okay, so you go there, you kind of ease through,
Really
the-
fucked up when you say it like that, but I agree.
I mean,
Clearly everybody's panicking. The guys in the cars are just staying in their cars. Thankfully, the cars are already parked before you drop this.
Mhm.
Or, stop. They're screaming for help. The officers are stumbling around. You see at least one of them on the radio. But you managed to get through without running over anybody.
and considering this is like one of her newer purviews, even if the band knows what their purviews are, they wouldn't know that she has this because she's never used this before.
It's new and shiny.
It's
Damn,
new and
they could-
shiny.
Damn, that bitch can make them blind now.
No, Penelope had darkness.
That's true.
Yeah, I think she had that through one of her relics, though.
Still
What-
darkness.
Oh, yeah.
What is blindness but just being unable to see? It's like you're in
Yeah,
the
they
dark.
could have dropped Penelope could have dropped a big black cloud on him.
All right, so the rest of y'all
Making our
make
way
the rest of your
uptown.
trip
Of town.
to the safe house without any trouble.
Mhm.
And the safe house is out in a fairly desolate little area. Or not desolate, but a deserted little area.
Might want to take something to cover the marking on your work truck, Robert.
Oh yeah, I'll take care of it.
Connor, if you didn't, or Eric, if you didn't have anything specific in mind for what this place looks like, I'm just gonna say it's a little farmhouse with a barn.
Basically.
It looks run down like it's been abandoned, but not like about to fall apart or anything.
There's a barn with just enough space for Shauna.
Yeah, the Shauna barn.
Oh, the barn just looks like a barn, but it's actually like a
Bunker.
bunker. Yeah. There's a whole.
Open a hatch.
It's a vault
just-
down there.
There's just a bunch. It's like a bunch of hay, and then underneath the hay is a
For a
hatch.
second, I was gonna be like, "How could you afford that?" And then I realized you have a Robert.
Yeah.
All right, but back in town, we've still got a real Connor and a Shauna.
We have a real Connor, a Shauna, and 3 clones.
The clones I'm less concerned about. How are you getting Shauna out of town?
Flying.
Yep. And he's like, "Hey, Shauna, you feel like going for a flight?"
Where are we going? Are we going to a fight?
we're going to do some recon right now. If anybody does come to fight us, then we might.
Recon sounds boring.
Well, recon lets us know who we need to fight.
She looks at you confused. I thought that was when you changed the story.
That's retcon.
Oh, okay.
God damn it.
The English language is confusing, I know.
So where are we reconning?
Well, we're going to take a look at the bubbling of the lake, but we're going to do so at high altitude, so we're not easily visible.
What moon phase are we looking at here?
Actually, yeah, what moon phase is it?
That's a very
How
good
cloudy or
question.
clear is it?
Also that.
Let's see. We'd have full, new, waxing, or waning.
Mm-hmm.
D4. Or a D8 if you want to be spicy.
Well, all I've got is D10s and D6s laying around, so.
That's a mood.
So 1 to 2, it's a full moon. 3 to 4, it's either a waxing or a waning, which for our purposes would be the same, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
5 or 6, it's a new moon.
Okay.
6 is a new moon. It is dark out.
Cool. Well, Shauna?
At least one thing's going right for you tonight.
Yeah, no kidding.
And considering Shauna is pitch black,
Do you have stars purview?
I do not know.
Okay, never mind.
So Shauna
What
launches
about-
into the air.
Yeah, Connor, like, mind if I hop on?
Full-grown dragon, this would be beneath their dignity.
His dad, though.
But this is a child. Though she's just about hitting teenage maturity, so, but not quite yet. It's okay, yeah, she'll let you.
I'll say they are bonded too, at rank 5.
Then you would know better than to make her suffer this indignity.
Mm-hmm.
But no, she's okay with it. 'Cause she's
Right,
still
he'll hop on.
piggyback.
Yep, piggyback.
And then
They'll
she takes
take
off
off.
into kind of a spiral.
Yep.
Parkour!
It's not the smoothest takeoff.
Mm-hmm.
Think like a condor or any big creature taking off. It's a lot of energy to get up there, but then when she's up there, she just kind of soar. She just kind of glides for long periods.
Yep. Head over to the lake. Just try to keep it high altitude for now.
Much like you heard on the radio, the water is rushing in and pulling way back out and rushing back in.
Mm-hmm.
Around some of the little dock areas, used to be people pulling the small boats up. Really getting them up out of the water because they don't know what's going on.
All right.
Most of the factories by the water aren't right on the water, so they're not really being affected yet.
Mm-hmm.
There are some people out there, some news crews out there. There's some people out there, watching it. But so far, it looks like from a safe distance.
Mm-hmm. Does he spot anybody that he recognizes?
You'd probably recognize some of the news people, just from having seen them on TV and you having the perfect memory.
Mm-hmm. Any other guard he knows? Anybody of the other band there?
No, it's not really large crowds in any one particular place.
Okay.
Because this is late enough that a lot of people are already in bed, so wouldn't even be aware this is going on.
Right. Which way is the water flowing?
Well, it's rushing up on shore and then pulling back.
Okay. Connor.
You know, imagine a kid is splashing in the bathtub and you're watching the water hit the edges of the tub.
No, yeah, I get it. Connor, while he's flying over, he is going to burn one legend,
Okay.
channeling fire, and he's going to use upheaval.
All right. What does upheaval do?
Upheaval to make a dramatic change to the terrain or circumstances of a scene.
All right. What are you changing?
He is going to basically flash boil and steam the lake.
Okay, you're not gonna be able to do the entire lake, dude.
Well, not the whole lake, but a chunk of it. Basically,
You
what
can
it looks like.
you can probably get the waterfront area
Oh, okay.
that y'all are passing over.
We'll see, because he's gonna look like he's aiming to hit where it looks like it's kind of concentrated at, like if he could get like around the main portion.
Like
of
the
the
center of where it's going in and out.
Yeah. Like where it's undulating from.
Okay. You have to kind of look around to find that, but it's over here,
Mm-hmm.
kind of between the where the main road goes over the bridge and that train track bridge I've mentioned a time or two before.
Okay.
And what you see is like it's the beginning of a whirlpool, then it stops, then it comes back, and it's like it's sucking in some of the water, then it stops, and the water kind of flows back out, and then it comes back in.
And then he's gonna just flash boil it and try to steam all that water out for a second.
So you wait, and, you know, the little whirlpool effect starts. Then you start to boil it all, and it's like something. The water suddenly just geysers up.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
And I did specifically state Shauna and I are at high altitude,
oh yeah,
so
it doesn't get up as high as you, but it probably goes a good 40 or 50 feet into the air.
Mm-hmm.
It's like this geyser of now boiling water.
Right.
Fantastic.
Did anything else happen other than that, or was it disrupted? Whatever was happening there.
The lake seems to calm after that. At least temporarily. Now, where the water was being pushed and sucked back in, you know, that's still going to ripple for a little while, but it's clearly lessening. By the time y'all fly back to shore, it's already noticeably lessening.
Yeah. Well, he is staying at high altitude on Shauna's back, and she's midnight black, so blends in very well with a new moon. He's actually going to have her head towards that safe house,
Okay.
staying at high altitude.
Damn, global warming's really fucking things up.
Mhm.
Really is, man.
Alright, so we were up there with Connor and Shauna getting to the safe house, him getting her packed away in the barn.
Shauna Barn.
It's a large barn.
It's the Shauna Cave.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
It's only after you get her tucked in for the night that she realizes she has left her hoard behind.
Sets fire to the whole fucking safe house.
Well, I gotta go back to town.
Just sneaks out in the middle of the night like a teenager.
Well, no, because she's not thinking of it in terms of that house isn't ours anymore. It's just, you know, she'll have to go back there and get her stuff at some point.
Mm-hmm.
After we burn the city to the ground.
So anyway, I hope all y'all had fun. I really enjoyed this session.
I'm sure you did.
Mhm.
At least next session you'll be starting with one momentum.
Yeah.
I know
Are
we
you
discussed it.
ever gonna give us some DM momentum too for the stuff we pull? Because you can give us momentum.
Oh, can I? Oh,
Yeah,
sorry, I must not have been familiar with that rule.
that's convenient.
I told you 2 months ago.
I'm old. I don't remember things too well.
Bullshit.
Anyway,
All right, we've got what 7 or 8 sessions left, I think.
Not even that.
Mm-mm.
No, I'll count it later. Anyway, hope anybody that came by and watched had fun. Thank Davy Jones, who was in our chat.
I think we have 6 or 7.
7 or 8. If we on the 14th,
Okay.
we have
Oh, Davy's still there. Cool.
Hey.
We look forward to seeing you next week then, man.
Yeah.
Come watch us. Lay waste. Or figure out how to lay waste.
Or be wasted,
Right.
one or the other.
Oh, Connor will start laying waste, trust me.
We have 7 or 8 episodes or 1. We don't know.
But anyway, if you enjoyed this, Dire Bear, of course, has other shows. And Deca would be
Okay.
delighted to tell us what they are.
So you can tune in at the same Dire Bear time, same Dire Bear channel on Wednesday, Thursday, not Saturday yet, Sunday, and Monday for different shows. On Wednesday, there's All Silent Nights with JT at the helm. Thursdays is A Knight's Ransom with Pink Rambo at the helm. Saturday's on a break right now. Sunday is Varenheim with Trail on at the helm of that one. And on Monday is usually the Troubleshooters with Captain Sack at the helm. Those are all 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons. We're the ones that play the weird games. I can't say crunchy anymore because this game is actually remarkably. I guess now that we know Vampire or Storyteller, it's pretty similar enough.
Yeah.
I guess.
D10 based.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll be back next week. We hope y'all will join us then. Till then, everybody wave bye.